Hey everybody, it's Sunday, which means we have a lot to talk about in this week's episodes of Days of Our Lives. Coming up now.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Why, hello and good afternoon, all of you Days of Our Lives fans. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days, where we give you a full recap of this week's episodes of Days of Our Lives. I'm your host, Tony Moore, and girl, we have a gaggle of people in this studio, honey. It's like so many people in here that like one of us was bound to have killed Andre. Starting to my far left, we have
Mark J Freeman here.
And our newest addition.
Hi, Tami Goveia.
And we have an even newer addition to the show. But y'all seen him before.
Hi, Michael Mattis. How are you?
And of course, we have the myth, the legend, the chocolate. My chocolate queen.
It's me, James. I'm back, bitches. It's me, James Lott Jr.
Are you gonna stay the whole time?
Yeah.
Did you watch this week?
I did watch this.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure you prepared.
Okay, shout out to my sister Tanya. I left her behind. It was her birthday, so I could be here sooner.
You left the girl at a birthday?
Yeah, she's 40 years old. Whatever, she's fine.
So basically, you ate and ran.
Sure did.
Got it.
Okay.
And of course, for those of you tuning in live, thank you so much for always joining us in our live chat. And make sure you like us and follow us on all social media platforms. We are Dishin Days on Instagram and Facebook, and _Dishin Days on Twitter.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are those lemon bars?
Those are lemon bars, brought to you by the one and only Miss Tami.
Ooh,
Goveia.
That makes it Goveia. I'm one of those.
Yeah.
And
Would you like one?
I would like one. And Miss Lorraine.
Yes.
What did you do last night?
Oh, just hung out at Soho House with Billy Flynn.
I was.
Oh, and Robert Scott Wilson was there too.
Oh, wow, he was there. Oh, wow.
So here's the thing. So like.
And I met his girlfriend, Robert.
Oh, okay.
So Mark mentions this, and then I realized what I was doing last night.
Oh, were you?
At my house on the couch. No one called me and asked me if I wanted to join and partake in some drinks and some laughter and some kikis. And this is why Billy Flynn and I don't get along. Y'all been wondering this whole time why I sit here like this with Mr. Billy Flynn. You know why? Because he...
Yeah.
See how he does me?
Do you know how to play pool?
Of course. I watch ESPN, girl.
Girl.
Do you know, I think his name's Timmy? He's an extra on Days?
If I saw his face.
Okay, he's a bartender at Soho.
Oh, is he really? Oh,
Small
funny.
world.
Oh. Well, shout out to Timmy.
Hey,
And a
Timmy.
shout out to my friend Brandon Stoughton, who's also been doing extra work on Days.
You know who
Saw him
hasn't?
a lot this week.
You know who hasn't been doing extra work this week?
I said,
Sip
you'll
that
love
tea,
this.
girl.
I texted him and I was like, because I saw him behind the bar at Doug's place, and I said, "Hey, do they serve Stoli Raspberry at Doug's place?" And he went, "Huh?" I was like, "Girl, you don't even know the name of the place you work."
Girl.
Come on, girl. All right, so
And he loves Billy too. For the record.
Anywho, right after Dishin Days, make sure you tune in to all of our other soap shows. We have Restless Wrap
Wrap Up.
GH Report, and tonight, one night only, we have the Bold Breakdown with Tami and James
Yes.
Jr.
Yes.
Yeah, good
Oh,
show. The fans
Yeah.
are excited. And
Yes.
you're going to want to watch GH Report because I have some stuff to say to these people.
Yes.
Who's on the GH panel today?
Me, Lucretia Lyons coming back
Oh,
too.
nice.
Nice.
Lucretia Lyons.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
And Frank Moran and the curvy critic, Carla Renata.
Okay.
Okay, well, y'all.
And then what's the name of the girl? I'm so sorry. That
Rachel
does
Goodman.
Rachel that does.
Rachel does
Restless
Restless Wrap.
Just wanted to give everybody their
Oh, that's very nice
their
of you.
dues.
Yeah. So
Very
make sure
nice.
y'all tune in after the show. And make sure if you guys want to always find our show, because I know some of you have said that you can't find it, make sure you subscribe to AfterBuzz TV Drama. That way you can find all of them.
Drama.
These lemon bars are, excuse my language, the fucking bomb. They're so good.
Are they? I'm going to have one.
Oh my.
You know, I thought of Pam.
Oh yeah, on Bold and Beautiful. That's
Uh-huh.
right.
So that was the inspiration.
These are good, girl.
Oh, I thought you were going with Maggie or gin.
Those are donuts.
I mean, or excuse me, or gin.
Maggie does the lemon bars.
Maggie. Got it.
These are so good.
Well, speaking of drama, what did we all think of this week's episodes of Days? I'm going to save Mark for last.
Oh my God.
Because we all know what this girl thinks. Tammy, what did you think?
It was good. I didn't think it was, a crazy hot, cliffhanger type of thing,
Right.
but it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. I thought the drama was good. I thought there was, again, some surprises. They keep surprising me. And the writing, especially Thursday's episode, that whole dream thing.
Oh, yeah, girl. They good at the dreams.
I was impressed with that. That was really cool.
Was Kate's a dream?
Yes.
Or was it like a flashback
No, it
that
was
we
a
didn't
dream.
see? Because if you notice, all the other dreams didn't have any like visual filters or audio filter.
Right.
Hers did.
Well, the
like
only
it was
reason
a flashback.
was because when Andre turned on her, I didn't really love you. You think that was
Right.
real?
That was
I don't know because
that was her dream sequence.
I think that was her dream
But she did
sequence.
have a flashback when she was telling
Well,
Gabby.
no, she had the flashback. I'm just saying they presented it as they would a normal flashback
It
and
looked
not
different,
as
yeah.
not like the other dream. So I was like, did that really happen? Or was
I
that
might have been looking down and eating.
because they did it while
Might.
everyone else was having their dreams. So
Might.
it could have been.
She did.
I know what he's. I don't know, Michael. I know what
She
you're
did
saying.
jolt awake
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
end of it.
No,
So-
Michael. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what you said. I know the visual style is a little different.
Yeah.
I think they did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They do
Yeah.
that sometimes.
James?
It's a Ron Cavallari thing, because because he was a big GH writer, of course, and I love his writing on the show.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. Sorry, folks. Not a fan of murder mysteries. They never turn out the way I really like them.
Well, and they just did one 5 months ago.
Yeah, exactly. So that just bugs the F out of me. But number one, though, there were some, like Tammy said, there were some really great moments this week. Like I said, it wasn't exciting, but some just good, soft,
Yeah.
great moments between certain characters, which I know we'll get into later.
Mark.
I love Days of Our
Oh,
Lives.
jeez. Jeez.
I just had a hard time staying focused. We were messaging,
This lady.
and I said, "Oh, Tony, I put some stuff on news and gossip. I'm gonna let you do the rest, because, girl, I am having a hard time focusing. I actually
And
had
I
to
was like, that's just your personality, girl.
I just kept drifting out and not, like, I don't know. That's always a sign to me when I can't.
It's not engaging you.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm more interested in other things in my apartment,
Yeah.
and that could be dust.
That happened to me
falling
when I
from
was
the
watching too.
So I'll give my opinions as we go along.
Yeah.
As I always do.
Well, I thought this week wasn't like a ping pang boom kind of a week, but it was just kind of like, oh, okay, I need to know that kind of a
Yes.
week. Yeah.
Exposition.
Exposition weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
Exposition weeks,
Well, on that note, it is now time to start
Dishin
Days. And
Tammy, I'm
Yeah?
if you will do
Wow.
us the honors.
There's that thing.
There we go.
And we said it and forget it. All right.
Michael, there's lots of things that happen on the show.
Yeah, lots of bells and whistles.
Yes.
Oh, it startled Teo last week too.
I know,
It
he
went
mentioned
pum pum. He was like,
What?
I was like, yeah, girl. Just wait. And a shout out to Teo for coming in last week.
Yeah,
and
he was
talking
Yes,
to us.
we love Teo.
Mark, he missed you,
I know.
and he wished your hair was flat.
It probably was. At the time you were taping, it probably was, because
Yeah.
I was sick in bed. So.
Oh. All right. So, speaking of sick in bed, I don't know how that was going to be a transition.
I was like,
I'm trying to make
I
it
was
right.
like, what's going on?
Well, he's not sick. He dead. So let's talk about
And again,
thank you, Steven.
let's talk about Andre's murder investigation, because when I tell you it's like you're sitting there and you like, well, who did it? And this is that week where everyone seems to have a motive to
motive,
do
yeah.
it.
Yes.
So here's the rundown. You have Stefan and Vivian, who are trying to get their story together. You
No, I
have
had a question about that real quick.
Yeah.
When they had that conversation, let's make sure our stories match,
Mm-hmm.
because we don't want to be connected to the demise. I'm thinking, are they confessing? Is
No,
that,
I don't think
or
so.
that's
I think they
just
wanted
the language.
I think they were trying to present it as though
they're not
they
going to be
might have.
implicated.
No, like they in the writing they presented it as
Okay.
though like it's all very like
Because for a moment I thought they can't be confessing.
no,
Okay,
no.
all right.
I don't. No,
Okay.
I don't think so. I think they were just trying to make it to the viewer like, oh, they could have done it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because just like Cut 2, but we're going to root them out, but we'll mention them, Brady and Eve.
Oh yeah.
That whole little thing
that
where
was
Brady
dumb.
was like, I did
That
it.
was
And I
dumb.
was like, girl, you confessing too quick. And then Eve is now like, I did it. And I'm like, girl, well, who did it? And then
It's
you
like, why are
got,
they
I
joking
believe
about it? Why
Eve.
is that
I
funny?
believe Eve over Brady.
but then you got, typical Days form, you got Sonny listening. Those must be some light doors.
Yeah, I was about to
because
say.
I know had it been me, I had to go old school. I had to go to the kitchen,
Get a
that
glass.
cup,
Get a glass and a cup. Hello.
and listen in.
Yes.
So those must be some thin doors. But,
know.
they're kind of suspect-y. Then you have Gabby, because,
Oh, yeah.
Abigail was kind of like, girl,
She questioned
did
her.
you?
Yeah.
Well, they both questioned each other. They had
They
that
did
confrontation.
actually.
But then at the end of it, they were kind of like
Friends.
I love you.
Yeah.
Let's just have
They
manicures
just accused
later.
each other of murder, but
Right.
all in a day.
It's kind of like, girl, I'm sorry. Like, I'm under, dramatic
yeah.
distress because I just saw
Dramatic
Andre laying there.
distress.
But I just need to check and make sure you ain't do it.
Because she was like, okay, well, what about Nick? He goes, well, excuse you, what about Ben? I was like, oh, go on. So I'm like, oh, excuse you. I'm like, okay.
That's the receipt moment.
Exactly,
of
what's
Days.
receipts?
That's like, but you killed Nick, but you killed Ben.
Good. Mm-hmm. You'll be saying fire to anybody soon, will you? So I was like, go on,
Or
girl.
she didn't kill Ben, she tried to.
Yes, because she said fire to anybody on Ben.
Yeah. And then who else? So there's Vivian and Stefan.
John. I think thinking
A
John.
suspect?
I think is he? Are you thinking
Uh-uh.
not yet?
No.
Not
No.
yet. I thought it was
Anna.
Oh, Anna.
Anna.
Anna's,
Anna.
no, too obvious.
Because
Two hours, yeah.
Anna got the note, which if y'all look at the note, somebody went old school and did the bubble letters.
Yes, he did.
And I was like, who does bubble letters anymore? But kudos to whoever did it. And then, but all fingers point to Anna because
The urn.
the urn, aka the martini shaker,
Yes.
was found in there. So
Eli Dome.
there's a plethora.
That's such a good word.
What?
Plethora?
Plethora.
Plethora.
I know, I can't
yes.
like
Oh, and then we can't forget Kate and Chad because the
Oh, yeah,
morning
yeah.
after they looked
They-
all
yeah.
like, what do we do? So there's so many people who are connected to this murder.
Yes.
Discuss.
Well, and one thing, does it seem like this?
I don't know what's wrong with it. I think it's this lemon bar.
It's so
Yeah, it's the
good.
lemon bar,
The lemon
right.
Oh, he's gonna fit right in. He's gonna fit right in.
Wait,
There
what'd
you
you
go.
say?
He said,
I just
oh,
said
it's
right,
lemon
it's the
bar.
lemon bar. No,
Tammy, did you pull a John and you trying to poison me?
Oh,
She trying to, she trying to come from my
It's not really
Mark?
poison.
Mark, she trying to come from my seat, girl. She trying to come from my seat. She ain't been here but 2 shows. All right, go ahead.
no, does it,
He's like, can I talk now? Tell
Yeah,
me,
you can.
girl.
no, does it seem like?
But one more thing I want. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he gave you the hand. He's like, well, tell him.
Go ahead,
Tell
Michael.
him, Michael.
No, it just seems like this. Everybody hating Andre. Everyone like it came out of nowhere. Does anyone else feel like that?
Yeah, I
Good
do
for
understand.
him.
Like all of a
Yeah.
sudden, the setup was like 3 episodes. Then
Yeah.
he was the most hated man in Salem.
Right.
I'm like, where did this come from? Did they just decide suddenly like we need to kill somebody? And we're like,
See?
okay,
Mhm.
it just doesn't seem like it seems forced almost.
I
Like there
agree.
wasn't like a natural progression or a nice setup. It just seemed like okay, now everyone hates Andre and he's dead.
Yeah.
Who did it?
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I'm actually hoping that Tony is alive and Tony and Andre are working together. That would be a nice twist. This whole time.
Who's working together?
Tony and Andre. That'd be a nice twist. Because I mean, I feel like you, Michael. I just feel like they threw this together, kind of. Now we got a
Yeah.
murder mystery. All
And I'm
these folks,
curious why.
None of them did it. Okay, right? None of them
but
did
no,
it.
it's never the obvious
Never.
person,
What?
or the death
Never.
is fake, or
Exactly.
he faked it.
Why
you know?
do you seem so mad?
Oh, I know. I'm like, okay.
You was just like, nobody did it.
I know.
Nobody did it.
A little dramatic. I haven't done a recap in a couple months. I'm sorry. It's been a while.
It's all built up.
It's all built up. It's all built up.
To be honest, I always enjoy a good murder mystery.
Okay.
Because it takes me back to, was it the Salem Stalker?
Well, see, those were good back then.
When all of them had died.
Yeah.
And then
Marlena
they
was
all
in it.
ended up on
Mela Swin.
Mela Swin.
Mela
Yes.
Swin.
Yeah.
And then it was revealed that it was Marlena. Like I was like, oh, I didn't see that coming. And again, I say this all the time. That was the first time that I went on the internet to try to figure out what was happening to all of these major characters. I was like, why are they killing off all these people?
They're killing everybody off.
And I was like, I just.
You know what the funny thing is? They didn't. They killed them all and then brought them all back.
Yeah.
They didn't tell the actors that they were going to bring them
right.
back.
They didn't tell them that. Right.
They really thought that they were like.
They were done.
Like bye. Until they're like, oh wait.
You have a job. Let's have a job.
Yeah.
Let's have
Well,
a
I think
job.
the writers discovered, like, you know what, this isn't going to work after all.
Yeah.
So,
Or there was such a like I call it a revolt, like a fan
backlash.
revolt.
Uproar.
Yeah, uproar. There you go.
Uproar.
So,
Yes.
how do we feel about, still talking about the investigation, how do we feel about Roman covering for Anna and trying to help Anna discover who this note came from by enlisting Black Patch? Mark?
How do I feel about Roman and Anna? Is that the question?
Well, we can start there.
I'm channeling Teo. Is there a question there?
Is there a question?
Is there a question there? That's right. Is there a question there?
I hope you're all sitting. I actually like Roman and Anna. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I like Anna. I've always
Me
liked
too.
Anna.
Me
I
too.
think every time she comes back, you
Yeah.
know me, I like the comedy stuff.
Yeah.
She's good.
So
Leanne
I'm
Hadley.
okay with it.
She's
And
awesome.
They're obviously, there's a method to the madness usually, whether it's a good method or not, or, the final outcome. I'm okay with it. I'm totally fine with it. I'm okay.
And you're okay with...
But I think it's funny that, now mind you, we've all been calling it a martini shaker. No one on that show has ever referred to it as a martini shaker.
I thought they did.
No, they
No, it's
didn't.
called-
No,
Urn.
that wasn't
It's an
until
urn.
Eli and
Yeah.
when Eli went down, he was like, "Oh, it's a martini shaker,"
Yes.
and I just thought it was funny because I felt like I said, we've all talked about it that way, so I was like, did they just call it a martini shaker? Because I was like, we all would call it that, but I just thought it was funny that they
They
now
did,
are
yes.
voicing it. And speaking of, I just wanted to read this really quick because after the martini shaker came out when I was catching up and
Yes.
saw Anna carrying it, I tweeted, which I can't read one of the words. Sweet bleepin' Jesus, the martini shaker is back. And then I have to give a shout out to CJ, new C11 on Twitter, who replied to my
Uh-oh.
tweet and wrote, "I understand budget constraints, but." And it literally made me laugh out loud, so I have
That's
to give him
good.
a little shout out
That's
for that.
good.
That's
I just think
funny.
it's funny that now they are referring
Yes.
it to it. As a martini shaker. But
Yeah.
anyways, no, I do. I like it. I like
Yeah.
Roman and
Anna?
Anna. Yeah.
Well, I mean...
I like it better than Roman and Kate or Roman with anybody.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, as a long time, I'm the historian, of course, of
Yes.
the group. Right? It kind of makes sense. I mean, like I said, Carrie. She's the mother of Carrie, and Roman hasn't gotten any in a while, so he's getting some now. So of course you
Got
kind
some on
of
New Year's.
say, "Hey, I'm
Yes,
like
he did.
I support it too. I'll
Knocked
get
her
some."
earring right out of her head.
Sure
that long.
did. It's been that long. So he's talking clearer and everything. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
I can understand. Oh, did I say that? Shady
Yeah,
Sunday.
Shady Sundays. Shady Sundays.
I can actually hear him speak words, big words. But it actually makes sense in a way because him and Kate and Ann and all that stuff. But it's always funny to watch him and John talk in a scene because they were both Roman.
I thought
Right.
it's so funny
Yeah.
because I literally thought the same that when they were sitting down together. I was like, oh, meeting of the Romans.
And how do we believe it?
How
John's
fantastic
like
would it
10,
have
10 feet taller than the other one.
How fantastic that would have been if they
Wayne Northrup come in.
come in and take a drink order and then walk off.
If
Oh
who?
God,
That
they're great. Another Roman. He was
the
the
other
original
Roman.
Roman. The original Roman.
Oh.
I'm drawing a blank on his name right now.
Wayne
Wayne
Northrup.
Northrup.
Yeah.
But if he walked in to get drink water, yes.
I mean, I would have stood up and gave it a standing ovation. You go, Days. You go, girl.
You go, girl.
But it was cool to see them. Him going to. I think it's cool to go to them, I guess, and try to figure this out. But John's resistant, of course. But whatever,
Yeah. Well, the investigation continues with everyone pointing the finger at everyone and everyone being real suspect and suspicious. But speaking of suspect and suspicious, let's move on to Patch and John. How many of you were surprised that John was poisoning Patch?
Shocked.
It's,
Yeah, like
surpri-
shocked.
it's
Well,
surprising, and I have no usually you think about why he could be doing this. and you come
Right.
up with I have zero.
Okay.
I have
Yeah,
no
same.
idea.
Let me read
some theories.
Yeah, some of the theories from Twitter was crazy
Yeah.
this week
Yeah.
with fan threads.
Yeah.
They're super excited about the storyline, like really excited. Who done
Yeah.
it? Who done it? And
Yeah.
can't figure it out. So we have, let's see, Susie Rizzo says John is doing it because he's being forced by an adversary to protect Marlena, which is kind of the traditional storyline.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
that makes
Okay.
total
Yeah.
sense.
Yes.
It's not original, but
I thought
it makes
ISA
total
too.
sense.
I was like, it got something to do with the ISA.
I hope I'm
Yeah,
pronouncing
exactly. Yeah.
I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. H. Dino thinks it's Kristen because they showed a
Oh.
glimpse of her during the Susan Will fiasco. And by the way, H. Dano has been watching the show for 30 years.
Congratulations.
So-
He doesn't beat Willis 52 years though.
Will is
It's not.
52. Will is 52.
And then we have Platinum Black doesn't think
Hey.
it's poisoning per se because his vision is really the only thing that's being affected.
Well,
And-
I'm
and
wondering
he
if,
has dizzy
and I'm wondering
spells.
if they are not connected. I'm wondering if the vision is something and the poison is doing something different that we're not aware of yet.
And
that was my thought.
There's a school of thought too that he doesn't want to hurt Patch. He just wants him not able to partake in
Wants to incapacitate
investigations.
him.
Exactly, incapacitate him.
What's funny, I think the
So-
funniest scene was him and Trip. When he was wearing
the
the glasses
glasses.
over the patch, I'm like,
They're making fun of
Some-
him.
wait,
but maybe like, because first of all, I have children who are like Trip's age, and they make fun of me all the time about my eyesight. I'm like, my phone, now I'm doing this. I'm like, so the address is what? And they're like, do you need an extender? I'm like, shut up. So it's kind of, it was a cute moment. It was a cute moment. It was a cute moment.
That's
to me.
different though, because listen, Patch already has the patch.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna slap glasses on
Well,
top of
he
it.
even made a comment
Yes,
early
yes,
in the
that-
week
that's
saying,
what I
now how
like.
silly, if you had a
Yes.
monocle, that would be better.
Yes,
which
I
I
know,
thought
that
was
was funny.
great. Which
That
I
was
thought
great,
was great.
yes.
And
Yes.
if they gave him monocle, I'd be down with it.
Me too,
Yeah,
no, me too,
absolutely.
me too.
I just thought the best was when they were literally sitting at the table, John and Patch, and John was just like right in front of him. Boop. I was like,
I-
what kind of PI are you, bitch? She does part of that.
But he's only got one eye that he can see, so he probably can't
did it in his
see
blind
it.
eye.
I'll give you
Yeah.
that. I'll give you that.
It was a
I'll
blind
give you
spot.
that. I'll give you that.
Well, I was shocked by this storyline
Yes.
because I was like, what? What you doing?
Anything with more John, and I'm glad. I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know, that's exactly what I was
Yeah.
thinking. And Drake looks so good.
I'm glad
That
he
blue
went gray.
shirt,
I'm glad he
oh,
went gray.
he's
Yeah,
Silver.
he looks,
amazing.
he looks good.
Yes,
Silver.
keep it,
He's
keep
Silver
it, keep
fox.
it. Yeah.
He's good.
Silver
It's
daddy.
fantastic.
Aaron Brody says Steve's going to need more than glasses. He's going to need his stomach pumped.
Yeah.
All right, well, there's that, and then
Simple. That's how we do it.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, that's that.
Simple.
okay.
Okay, girl.
So the next storyline,
Ooh,
Eli and
Oh.
Lonnie.
I thought
oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, first of all, JJ, be quiet. Stop going around telling everybody
Both
that
of them.
Both
She
of them.
even
Yeah.
said, we're not
Yeah.
telling anybody. I think
And
they
then-
told 5 more
I know,
people.
I know.
And it's
Both
like,
of them.
it's like, oh my goodness. Now I'm gonna give some kudos to Valerie,
Yes,
Yes.
I
who
agree.
became Nancy Drew,
Yep.
and was like,
Let's look at the timeline.
like
here.
went to
How far
Kayla
was
and was
she?
like, oh, I think we know the same thing, girl. She was like, Lonnie's pregnant, and Kayla's like, mm-hmm,
You
girl.
know this is confidential.
Yeah,
right?
it's like you know we
but-
signed HIPAA, right? And then it's like, and then she's like, and I was like,
But I
Valerie,
want
you
to plan
better
the
do
baby
it.
shower.
Right, and
You know,
so how far along is
yeah.
she? And I was like, and I was sitting on my couch like this. I was like, is she? But I'm glad that Valerie went to Eli and was like,
Yeah.
she pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's all but I don't like that Lonnie is like lying
I
about
agree.
it.
I agree.
I wasn't sure if she was actually going to go through with that.
Yeah, but she
I
is.
thought she'd pull back and realize this is not a good idea.
It never works.
Eh. I
It
know.
never works.
Ask Sammy.
They have to learn themselves, though.
They throw themselves, I guess.
Yeah.
But I felt like they played Lonnie, because I've been on the show in a while, but I've been watching it, like a strong woman. Like, I'm making an abortion. This is my deal. I'm like, they played her like she actually has some brains. And now they're playing her like every other chick on the show. Like, I'm gonna pretend like, I'm gonna lie to you and tell you
It'll
it's
all
like
work out,
It might get just. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And she's weepy and just like,
Yeah.
oh, my girl.
It's the hormones. She's pregnant.
I thought the same
Good
thing.
night.
Yeah.
Good night. It's the writing.
Yeah.
That's what it is on that one, on that storyline.
So
Jeez.
I
Girl.
just girl.
girl.
It's just I don't know.
Okay, so
Dictation.
there is so there's like a 1 month lapse in between when she slept with
Yes.
the guys, right?
Yes.
So it's clear to her that it's JJ's, right?
To her.
I got
No, it's
confused.
clear to
I'm
her.
like, I'm like, so
It's
wait,
clear to
does
her
she
that
know
it's
that it's
Eli's.
JJ's?
I thought it could have
She
heard that
knows
was.
it's Eli's.
She knows.
knows it's
Yeah.
Eli's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she
I
knows.
missed that
Okay,
then.
right.
Okay.
She knows that it's Eli's, but she's like, I'm gonna play it off like it's JJ.
Because she's
Got
trying
it,
to do
okay.
the whole color thing, which I thought was hilarious. I remember a few weeks ago.
Right?
She's like, well,
Yeah.
since he's half white, and
It
I
may
was like,
come
oh,
out.
go on, girl.
I was-
That's true. Any color can come out.
It was like the baby could be light skinned, and I was
like-
sitting there like, we really having this conversation. I was like, you are. I was like, but honestly, I think we were all thinking of like, girl, how you gonna pass that
Yeah.
baby off
That's
as
what
JJ?
I said. Mhm.
And then she was like, well, let me tell y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
I'm light skinned, JJ's white, so the baby could be light skinned.
Yep, exactly.
And then Eli is light skinned too. So
Yep.
and I was like,
Not enough.
all right, girl, I bought it.
Exactly. I was like, she tried to explain it to us.
Yeah.
I laugh over that one.
I was like, I believe it.
Taylor says, watch one twin be JJ's in one.
Is she? No, she's not having twins.
But if they make it into
Oh, but
twins,
if they do it, yeah.
Yeah.
They did that with Sammy, didn't
Sammy.
they?
Yeah, they did.
Yes,
They
yes.
did.
Lucas. And
But just quickly, it's a famous storyline on Bold and Beautiful a while back, and it involved Usher, the singer Usher. He played Raymond, and Amber was having a baby. She slept with a black man, which was Usher, and a white man. And they waited to the very end to let us know who, when she gave birth, what it was. Dead.
Oh,
Stillborn birth.
Oh, no.
That's how he did it.
You know what would be fascinating is if they don't do a regular like reveal of who's not like who the daddy is, but they do it this time on Maury.
That would be so funny. You are the father.
Like Lonnie goes on Maury.
I mean, so,
That is a lie.
That's just wrong
all.
on so many levels.
It's not so many levels. Like so many levels. Like, there's like 20 things wrong with that sentence.
I love it. All right, well, that was the top 3 storylines, and now let's get into some tidbits. Okay, so the first tidbit I thought was the cutest moment all week.
Oh, yeah. I
Will
agree.
and Paul.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I like the fact that, you know, first of all, I like that they're mentioning like he doesn't have a place and where should
Yeah.
he stay and how he's getting money and all this kind of stuff. Hopefully Roman hooks him up with that bartending job.
Yeah.
But I love that Paul was kind of looking at him like, what are you doing here? Like,
Yeah.
you can't live here. And the way Chandler looked,
He's so innocent.
it was
And
Is he though?
sweet.
yes. But it's kind of like
Yeah, I play that game too. Yeah.
like I could hear him saying like, listen, bro, I'm not moving in for you, or am I?
Yeah, no, okay.
Like it was.
he was playing it really good. Like he
Yeah.
was saying the words, but you look at his face. He's like, yeah.
He had this like just smile on his face, and I was just like, I was thinking if I was Paul, I'd be like. But I love the moment that they had this week. I love that they bonded over music and everything like that. So my question to everyone is: are we rooting for Will and Paul or Will and Sonny?
Will and Paul,
Will and Paul.
hands down.
Tammy,
Will and Paul.
Mark, keeping the gays alive on days.
I mean, it's going to go back to Will and Sonny, whether we want it or
Yeah,
not.
that's Endgame probably.
I'm gonna
Right,
say
yeah,
Will
probably.
and Sonny.
You know, it's funny because I was so what do you call them? What is their ship name?
Wilson.
Wilson. I was a Wilson
Me too.
until like Chandler left. Then they brought in the other guy. I was
Guy.
still Wilson. I
Yeah.
was still for them. But then like the dynamic between Christopher Sean and Chandler Massey, like that just changed everything.
does.
All of a sudden, like Sonny to me looks like chopped liver. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
I agree.
No. I'm like, no, go for Paul.
Yeah, I agree.
This is what I like is once again, and he keeps reiterating this. Will keeps saying that Paul allows him to be who he is,
Yeah.
and everyone else
It's
expects.
like forcing him to be like, your Will, you're
Yes,
this,
your
you're
Will.
that.
This is what you like. This is what you do, and Will's just kind of like, I don't remember
Yeah.
any of that.
Yeah.
But what I'm feeling now is
He knows what he feels now.
this. You
But
know?
is it just me? But doesn't Will seem funner, and that's not a word, but
More fun.
like funner,
Lighter.
and lighter, and
Yeah.
a little dirtier
Yeah.
too.
Yes.
Like, he's like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Very
he's like,
flirty,
Mischievous.
very
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
Yeah.
I like it though.
Me too. No, me too. I love it.
Like I
like
see
it.
those scenes together, and I come like, oh.
Yeah, you giggle.
But I think
What's so funny because I've met all of them. We've
Yeah,
all met them,
yeah.
so I see it in real life. But like seeing them, I see Chandler seems renewed.
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem like
Yeah.
seem renewed? It seems renewed.
Yeah.
And it's just like and he's invigorated now. Christopher Sean and our buddy Freddie Smith. I mean, it seems like the whole threesome is now just the threesome.
Yeah.
It's more renewed.
Janaea likes Pilsen.
Pilsen.
Janaea.
Tammy,
your
what were you
turn.
gonna say?
No, I was just
There
gonna
we
say,
go.
Sonny is petulant. He seems like like a child who's not getting his way. So while I may want to root for Sonny, the way he's
Yeah.
acting is like.
And he wasn't
no.
always like that.
He wasn't
this
always
is
like
new.
that. No,
That's
no.
recent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe that's another reason.
So that's why I'm kind of on.
Well, I
Team
think
Paul.
once he realizes and and this I have to say, I like when they just let stuff happen. They don't force us. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
they were trying to force them together with
more
him
organic.
moving in. Now if he goes and bees with Paul.
Go girl. That's right, bees.
I do have a college degree. I
Bees
want
in
to
the
state that for the record.
bees in the trap.
Then they'll get together, and then something's gonna happen organically
Yes.
to bring Will and Sonny back together.
Yes.
I'm
I agree with that.
I'm team Will and Paul. I hope they keep it like that. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I feel bad though.
For-
Because Sonny just kind of left.
Well, that's Sonny's fault. Sonny running
Well, I
around
know,
being mad
but-
at
Well, when I
everybody and all
left the
that
writers'
stuff.
room the other day,
Oh, jeez.
let me just tell you where things stood.
Bring back Derek.
Billy had a lot of airtime. Hello, what?
Get back on the mic.
Okay.
Get on the mic.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Okay. Okay. Well, moving on. Speaking of Sonny, we have Sonny, Brady, and Eve. Just that whole thing of, the eavesdropping and Sonny, trying to play investigator and get them both to confess to Andre's murder as he's overheard and all that kind of stuff.
That just seemed like a big waste of time.
It-
No,
yeah.
but I
Yeah.
love Cassie.
Oh,
I know,
yeah.
that's the good.
Cassie's the
I
bomb.
enjoy it.
her.
Oh,
I
so
love
do
Cassie too.
I love her.
Shout out to Cassie.
Cassie,
Yes.
we love you.
Friend
you
of
know
the
we
show.
love you. She's a friend of the show. We love her.
I find their dynamic, Brady and Eve, very interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's like they're playing each other, but they're falling for each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm here for it.
And just knowing that Teresa's coming back,
But
other
that was-
friend of our
that
show,
was gonna
Jen
be my
Lilly,
question.
it's going to be good.
That was
Yeah.
going to be my question. Like,
It's
who
weird.
should he be with?
Right now, Eve.
Well, for
fits
me,
it better?
I want to see how Teresa and Eve have this happen because they became sisters.
Yeah.
They really went through a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
when Paige died, they really got together. So now to see that, I want to see that dynamic, how that plays out.
Yeah.
Because again, two powerhouse actresses. I mean, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, speaking of Jens, there's Jen and Eric.
Yes.
Um,
Is it me? Are they taking too long to put
Yes,
them together?
yes.
Okay, thank you.
They're dragging it out
They
or whatever.
are.
They're playing. The characters are like playing this game, and it's like just do it already. Like,
And do it already. And do it
get a
already.
room.
Mark.
Come on, Mark.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me toss you the key.
That is a key. Yeah, open it up.
I mean, I'm just kind of indifferent at this point. I just don't really care. I generally kind of tune out at that point. I just don't. I actually am more interested in Jen with Dr. Shaw
Me too.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what I said
well,
last
yeah,
week.
yeah.
than I
yeah.
am with her and Eric.
Yeah.
So
I like I said last week. I think what's intriguing about Dr. Shaw is that it's someone out of the regular.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it's someone new, and I would rather them explore that relationship
Yeah.
than trying to put Jen
Force
and Eric
something
together.
else.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
It won't happen, but I'll agree with that.
Yeah. Well, we don't know.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, and I mean, there's not really much to talk about here. Trip is moving on from Claire, and we're moving on from that.
So
The end.
The end. It's like a-
and
I'm okay with that.
And that was that. And that has been your week of days. And now we are going into our favorite part of the show, our segments. And we're going to start with mine, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award.
official.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
Oh,
that.
it's official.
It's official.
He's always
There's
official.
a
Yeah.
trademark symbol. by
It
the
is.
way. Not really.
You realize my initials are TM? Trademark. So,
Your parents did that on purpose. Yeah.
they knew what they were doing. They knew that their son was going to be special. All right, so,
That was in quotes, though.
see how they play me on this show? All right, so, back to me.
Oh, yes, back to him.
Missed you.
I mean, we missed you. He didn't.
My
That was
3 Snaps Award goes to Sonny
Oh.
for this one little moment, and I feel like I don't think it was like in the script for him to do it, but he did it when he was talking to Brady and Eve, and it was like, your time is up, and then he went. And then
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I was like,
You're
that's
right.
Clocks are ticking. And I rewinded that just a few times because just to see Freddie's like face like, and he seems like one of those type of people too that'd be like tick tock,
Yes.
you know. So I don't know. That was.
That's a good
I was
one.
like, yes, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. That clock is about to go boom on Rated E. So Freddie Smith, Sonny, you get Tony's official 3 Snaps Awards.
Oh, snap.
And now it's time for
Mark's Quote of the Week.
It was funny because I was having a hard time because it was so serious and like we were
was.
saying exposition and those are hard weeks to find something. But there was one thing that and this has been kind of happening the last couple weeks. It just
like-
tickles me.
Oh my God.
It's how everybody keeps.
He's like,
How everybody keeps bringing up the fact that Gabby's killed before.
yes, they do.
The whole exchange with, I know I wasn't here last week, but the whole exchange with her and Kate, when Kate was like, we could throw him in the river. I was like, so this week, it's going to go to Marcy Miller because when her and Billy were talking, and she's like, she has killed before.
He's all,
I just thought that made me giggle, so that's going to get my...
Mark's Quote of the Week.
That's it.
They have mentioned that several times. I was just like, I'm not going to kill anybody anytime soon. Or something. I'm like,
Right.
Yeah. And I think this person is for Fan of the Week.
Wait, now it's time for Fan of the Week. Yeah.
I think she's in the chat room right now, too.
Oh.
She wrote us, April, Miss Kimon, I
Okay.
think I'm saying it right, wrote us a fabulous 5-star review in iTunes, which says, on January 7th, she wrote, what can I say but OMG, I love this show. Girl. I work my whole Sunday schedule so that I am finished in time to watch Tony and Mark. I start watching Days when I was a kid with my mother and grandmother gathered in our living room. Lost track of the show for many years, but picked it up about 7 years ago. My retired mother had not watched, but after my daily calls telling her who was back in Salem, she started again. Well, last year she moved to Indiana to live with my family, and we now watch together. It's come full circle, but our favorite time together is Sunday at 7 p.m. We cast Dishin Days on our big TV so we can sit with friends in the chat room. My mom gets the biggest kick when Tony and Mark repeat one of my comments. She's gonna love this then, April. And most of all, we get to laugh along with our friends and extended family, Tony and Mark. We're all thank you. Just so we needed more of that.
Yeah.
We are all in the living room together, surrounded by the TV, just like we did when I was little. And the only difference is the parts are played by different players. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV, for our new family members.
And April says, and we are both watching now.
Oh my God!
Shout out to April and her mom. But oh my God, y'all,
So
just
they can get co-fan of the week.
yes,
Yes.
Since she wrote it on
April
behalf
and her
of mom, too.
But just think, y'all, we on TV right now.
On TV.
I hope we look good at HD.
HG.
It adds 10 pounds. Don't forget,
Oh.
girl.
I know HG's a bitch.
Let me pull it back.
Girl.
Let me pull it back. All right, so go ahead.
And if I can, really quick, because they're in the chat room, Taylor Jones says her grandmother's 80th birthday today. She's been a Days fan since
birthday.
77.
Happy
So happy
Good
birthday
job.
to
Yeah.
Angela.
Shout out to
Angela.
Angela. Happy 80th
Angela.
birthday. All right, so
88th.
88th.
88. Oh,
88th
wow.
birthday.
88th
Wrong girl.
birthday.
Go
Yep.
girl.
All right, so we will be taking your phone calls right after news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
And we'll give you that number in a second. So let's quickly go through some news and gossip.
You want to do the Star Trek
Oh,
event?
sure. So if you guys are in the Atlanta area, next week, your favorite stars of Days of Our Lives will be in Atlanta, Georgia for the Starstruck fan event. We have, as my computer is slowly coming up with all the stuff, Billy Flynn, Camila Banos, Sal Stowers, Marcy Miller, Casey Moss, Lamone Archie will all be in attendance. So it's not too late. You guys can still get tickets if you're going to be in the area. It's February 2nd through the 4th. And they have a lot of fun activities planned. There's like a reception, there's lunch, there's a cocktail party, there's escape room.
Ooh,
so
That
yeah,
sounds fun.
Locked in a room
So there's
with
a lot
Billy
to do.
Flynn. Here's your opportunity.
Mark's fantasy. So make sure you go to.
Did it last night. No, I'm kidding.
I'm bitter. So make sure you go to starstruckfanevents.com. Again, that's starstruckfanevents.com to get your tickets today.
Yeah, and then Casey Moss has been on Instagram a lot lately, telling you guys to tune in to Eyes of One, his band's Instagram page, because they have a big announcement on 22/18.
Yeah,
So I wonder what that will be. Maybe Lorraine Love is joining the band.
Ooh, Lorraine Love.
To play the cowbell?
Hey, I'll take whatever I can get. I'll take whatever I can
Girl,
get.
I'll be behind you with the triangle.
Right. So, and then as I said yesterday, Robert Scott Wilson joined me and Billy at a Soho House, and I asked him, well, tell me what's going on so we can tell something tomorrow. And he said he just started taping Ladies of the Lake with Ari Zucker. So he said he wasn't sure when it was going to be out, but keep your eyes peeled for that. And he said I owe him a car wash. Rude. Which I do. And then also, Lucretia actually brought this to me. She is always on top of it, that Lucretia.
Yes, she's good.
Billy Flynn is going to be taking part in the Luke Robitaille Celebrity Shootout 2018 by Echoes of Hope, which is the hockey fundraiser that he does all the time. It's on Sunday, March 11th from 11 to 6 p.m. Tickets range from 20 to 110 at the Toyota Sports Center in El Segundo. Other stars to participate: Michael Vartan from Alias and Arrangement, Michael Rosenbaum, which is the one she really likes. Rosenbaum?
My buddy,
your
Mike
buddy.
Rosenbaum. Yeah.
And David Henry from How I Met Your Mother. David Boreanaz?
David Boreanaz.
Yes, from SEAL Team and Bones, and some other pro hockey players, musicians, and athletes. So that's going on. Get tickets. I think it was on Eventbrite is where I saw
And
it.
I just want to say really quick, because Lucretia's a big hockey fan, but
Yeah.
that event, the center is it's really easy to get to. You take the green line to get there if you want to do the train.
Oh,
it's
okay.
also right off the 405. It's like right there, not far from the airport.
Perfect.
It's a great lot.
Well, me and Lucretia are going to try and go. So
Yeah,
we'll
there
see.
you go.
And once again, no one asked me.
Oh my God.
Girl, it's on eBrite. Go buy a ticket.
Go buy a ticket. Go
Just saying.
right.
I'm busy.
I'm busy.
saying. Did you mention Miranda's thing last week?
My buddy Miranda Wilson.
I feel like it was on there.
Maybe
Something was on
I
there
think
about it.
It was, yeah, but I don't know
Miranda
if I got a chance
Wilson,
to listen.
who was Megan on Days of Our Lives.
Megan Hathaway.
Her new short film, An American Attorney in London, just won the Best Short Film at Los Angeles Horror Competition.
That's great.
Congrats to her and the film. For more info on the film, follow Attorney Film on Twitter. There's a trailer there, too, if you want to see that.
She's a really great person. She's actually a really good friend of mine, and
Yeah.
she spends time between London and LA, so it's back and forth. She's in
I
LA
want
now.
Tony to do the next one because he can't pronounce the name.
Uh-oh.
Well, because you've done such a stellar job pronouncing everybody else.
I know.
Gilles Marini from Sex and the City and Devious Maids is joining Days of Our Lives. He will play an attorney named Ted who finds himself drawn to Kate Roberts.
What?
His first episode will air in June. Said to stick around. He said to stick around for a few months. So
Shout
That's
out
so
to him.
exciting.
we'll see what
What a
happens.
great pairing.
Yeah. Oh,
my
yeah.
Kate needs a new
Yeah.
stud, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
I don't know what that was, but
We,
you know.
that was, we felt it. We felt it, girl. Girl, we felt it.
And the Daytime Emmy pre-nominations
Yeah.
Were
were announced, and some of our day's favorite made the list. So in the lead actress category, we have Judy Evans, Mary Beth Evans, and Marcy Miller.
This is pre-noms.
This is pre-noms, not the
Just keep
official
that in mind.
nomination, but pre-noms. In lead actor, we have Galen Gehring, Eric Martsolf, Stephen Nichols, James Reynolds. I think I'm forgetting someone.
No,
I put them all.
Oh, and Billy Flynn.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I was like, I listed them all, so
Yeah.
if you're not just reading the list.
For supporting actress, we have Nadia Bjorlin, Eileen Davidson for her portrayal of
The three.
Susan Banks in Sister
Sister
Mary, Susan Hayes and Ari Zucker. Supporting actor, we have Chandler Massey, Greg Vaughn, and Wally Kurth, but it's for General Hospital.
Yeah.
Younger actress, we have Olivia Rose Keegan.
Victoria Konefel,
Yes, who is
the new Sierra.
Yes, and Paige Searcy for
My
Jade.
girl Paige.
I know. It's
Yeah.
so funny.
And then
I
for
know.
younger actor, we have Lucas Adams, James Lastovic, and Casey Moss. So out of this list, who do you guys think should get that official nomination?
Billy Flynn.
Yeah.
What's really funny is because everybody has to remember this is not a calendar year. They don't do it from January to January. It's I forgot what the cutoff is. The cutoff.
Well, right, because some of these people have only been on the show for
Yeah.
like 2 months.
So when I go through this, number one, I think James Reynolds needs to be nominated. I think he did phenomenal work these last 3 or 4 months. I think he's done phenomenal. I think he should completely be nominated.
I for sure think that Judy Evans should be nominated for
Yes.
Adrian Kiriakis and Bonnie Lockhart.
Yeah.
For
I agree.
sure.
Yes.
I do think that Eileen should be for Susan. I think she still
Give her
came
all the
on
Emmys, please.
with a vengeance. I think Ari should be nominated as well. I thought she did some great work.
Olivia Rose is good as Claire. She's
Yeah.
good as Claire. I think for younger, she'd be good.
Casey Moss for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
Yes.
Easily.
He's gotten I was watching some older scenes of his. He's like a man now.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was such a kid.
Yes.
And it hasn't been that long.
He's
It's
hot.
like
He's hot.
That too.
Yeah.
But just like he's matured and his acting is a lot more solid.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see who's going to be officially nominated.
And Wally
Brian
Kurtz, our buddy
Detillo
Wally
was
Kurtz,
on
he's on 2
Yes.
shows,
Yeah.
so we always wish him.
Best gig in town.
You
Best
need to
gig
be
in town.
nominated
Yeah.
for something. You got 2 shows. So do something. All right, so we have just a few minutes for phone calls. Just a reminder, when you guys call in, make sure you turn down your whatever you're listening to us on. And for the sake of time, try to keep it brief and short. So we have... feel free to call us 424-253-0749.
Like Tony's
Again, that's
dating life.
424. I believe we have a caller.
Caller line.
Oh,
we hear it.
I like
Ooh.
the music.
Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Well, it was the last one last week, and I'm the first one this week.
Oh.
Mike
Man, the
Riley.
voice.
Good old Mike Riley.
Gotta go.
And look, your friend
no,
Mark
no.
is here.
Hello, Mike Riley.
Hello. And hello to James. I haven't chatted with James in such a long
I
time.
know. I love hearing that voice.
Yeah.
I do. I love it.
Say to Tami, your face is so great. I love your face. You're so pretty.
Thank you.
It's like the perfect combination of darling and edgy, and I love seeing you on screen.
Oh, I love Mike.
You can have him. You can have him.
Mike, what did you think about this week?
I think it was okay. I have a theory about who murdered Andre. Should we talk about that?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Go.
I mean, it's your show. Let me know. I think that it's Hattie. I think Hattie murdered Andre because obviously she has issue with Andre and what he did to her. But also, what really makes me think it's Hattie is the framing of Anna, who has all of a sudden, out of nowhere, gotten so close to Roman, who Hattie's in love with.
And if anyone's gonna write a letter in bubble letters,
Right?
it would
Yes.
be Hattie.
Oh my God!
That's really
I'll take
good.
that.
So I'm
That's a
thinking
good angle.
Hattie.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
I'll take that.
Okay. We might
I'll ride
be
that
in the
wave.
boat with you. Yeah.
That's a good
But
one.
I'll be the first to
Thanks.
tell you, when you're wrong.
Listen, my ego is not as big as yours. I can admit
Shady Sunday.
Shady
I mean,
Sunday.
I can understand why you wouldn't. That would take up a lot of airtime. But anyway. No, I'm kidding. I'll
know.
go very quickly to today. But I want to say, Mark, I watched your RuPaul review. It was great.
Thank
I hope
you.
you take calls in the future on that because I would love to call in there.
Yeah, we usually get rushed through that, so that one's hard to take phone calls for. And sorry that the beginning got cut off. If you listen to it audio, the whole show is there because I know part of it got cut off. So
Yeah.
Sorry about
No,
that.
it was good. It was really good.
thank you.
Well, thank you, Mike
Well,
Riley,
that's
for
it-
calling
that's
in.
it.
Thanks, Mike Riley.
Thank you, Mike
Thank you.
Riley.
Bye.
I'll tell Billy you said hi.
Bye. Oh my gosh. And if you want to see Lorraine Love,
Yeah.
make sure you tune into RuPaul's Drag Race.
That's right.
Well, do we have another caller? Oh, nope.
Nope.
Okay.
All
but-
I loved your hair color.
Thank
and
you.
Hair. The
Yeah.
hair was the bomb.
Decided to let her go gray.
It was beautiful.
She looked great.
Oh, ooh.
I like the music.
Hello, caller. Welcome
We
to
heard.
AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Tony? It's Jacob.
Hey, Jacob.
How's the bitches doing today?
That's right.
Tony's good. Tony's good.
Oh, he said bitches. He said
That is plural.
Plural.
Bitches. What did you think of this week of days, Jacob?
I thought this week was good, but there were no big surprises. It was just like a good information day, like you guys said. But I do have to say, when Sonny was like catching the odd that he thought that Brady killed Andre, I was like, how thin are those doors? Because they're just like lifting in, and it's like really crazy.
I thought the same thing.
I'm just so over Sonny right now. I like him.
Everyone's
I
over
like
him.
Will and Paul together so far.
Me too. I agree.
Yeah, it's a mansion. Why are the doors thin? I have a house. My doors are thicker than that.
Y'all
That's
should
weird.
be able to afford better doors.
It's a studio, so I guess it's budget cuts.
That's right.
Yeah,
Budget cuts.
Everything's
Yeah.
budget cuts. Everything's budget cuts.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Jacob, for
Thank you,
calling
Jacob.
in. We
Thank you,
appreciate
Jacob.
it.
I just wanted to say real quick, Tammy's doing a really good job. I really like her on the show.
Thank
It's
you so
great to have
much.
James back for a night.
For a minute.
Yeah.
For a minute.
Yeah.
I'm out. That's it.
But
Well, thank you, Jacob, and make sure you tune into GH and Bold Breakdown for more James Lott Jr.
okay, well, keep up the great work, guys. And we missed you, Mark, last week.
Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate that.
Okay, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye, Jacob.
Bye. I love when we're able to chit chat with people.
Yeah, that know us
That's
and everything.
great.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right, well, that's it. That has been your week of days. Before we head out, first of all, thank you, James Lott Jr.
Thanks for having
joining us
James.
today.
Thank you for having
We
me.
have
Thank
to
you.
kind of check his schedule and make sure he can join us.
You know I'm a little busy these days.
A little busy.
Song, today.
But I'm sure everyone out there in the social media world knows already, but let them know where they can find you.
James Lott Jr. everywhere.
And Mark, where can they find you?
Probably at Soho House with Billy Flynn.
Ah, nice.
You know who you can't find at Soho House with Billy Flynn?
You and Mike Riley.
Well, one out of the two should get an invitation, but it looks like 2 for 2 don't get an invitation.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love. LORAYNE LOVE.
And Tammy,
Yeah,
where can they
so
find you?
find
Because
me-
Tammy is active on social media.
It's
Yes.
fun. I love connecting with the fans and
Yes.
the folks. So follow me on Twitter at Tami Goveia and Instagram Tami_Goveia.
Oh, not the underscore.
Underscore.
And Michael.
You can find me on Twitter, MLMattis1. I almost said .com. That's not
No .com. there.
Twitter.com. There you go.
It's called social media.
Yeah.
Social media. I call it the social media. I'm like,
The-
I saw on the social media.
The socials.
I'm old. you
And
know.
of course, you guys can find me on, well, first you can find us on Instagram and Facebook, Dishin Days, and on Twitter, _Dishin Days. But if you want to just talk to me, you can find me on all social media
luck.
platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. Thanks, girls, for joining us. And thank you, ladies, for joining us, and gents, because I don't want anyone to get offended. And we will see you next Sunday for another full recap of NBC's #1 hit soap opera, Days of Our Lives. Bye, y'all.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.